Have you ever felt trapped in a cycle of misery, resenting your past, dreading your future, and feeling burdened by the present? If so, you're not alone. Many of us carry the weight of unhappiness, often without realizing that much of it is self-inflicted. Today, I want to explore the topic through the lens of ancient wisdom, specifically the teachings of the Stoic philosopher Seneca. His insights can help us break free from the misery we unwittingly hold on to and find a path towards a more fulfilling life. Misery, the ancient burden we choose to carry. Seneca reminds us that misery isn't just something that happens to us. It's something we often hold on to, like an old, tattered coat. Why do we cling to it? Because we mistakenly believe that reliving our pain or obsessing over potential hardships gives us control. But in reality, it only deepens our suffering. For example, think about the way we ruminate over past mistakes. We replay them in our minds, hoping to find a different outcome or justify our actions. Or consider how we anticipate future difficulties, convincing ourselves that worrying now will somehow prepare us for what's to come. In both cases, we're voluntarily pursuing misery under the guise of self-protection. The self-imposed nature of resentment. One of Seneca's most striking observations is that much of what we resent in our past, our present, and imagined future is self-imposed. He challenges us to ask, are we truly victims of our circumstances? Or are we victims of our own thoughts about those circumstances? Pursuing peace instead of misery. If pursuing misery is a choice, then so is pursuing peace. How do we make that shift? Here are 3 steps inspired by Seneca's philosophy. Accept what you cannot change. Seneca emphasizes the importance of distinguishing between what's within our control and what isn't. Spend your energy on the former and let go of the latter. For instance, you can't change the past, but you can change how you perceive it. Instead of seeing it as a source of regret, view it as a teacher. Let's break this down. Resentment thrives on comparison. Comparing where we are to where we think we should be. Comparing what we have to what others have. It also feeds on entitlement, the belief that life owes us ease, success, or happiness. When reality doesn't match our expectations, resentment takes root. But here's the hard truth. Life doesn't owe us anything, and that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's liberating. If pursuing misery is a choice, then so is pursuing peace. How do we make that shift? Here are 3 steps inspired by Seneca's philosophy. Accept what you cannot change. Seneca emphasizes the importance of distinguishing between what's within our control and what isn't. Spend your energy on the former and let go of the latter. For instance, you can't change the past, but you can change how you perceive it. Instead of seeing it as a source of regret, view it as a teacher. Practice gratitude for the present. Misery often stems from focusing on what we lack rather than appreciating what we have. Take a moment each day to acknowledge the good in your life, your health, your relationships, even small joys like a sunny morning or a kind word. Stop borrowing trouble from the future. Anxiety about the future robs us of peace in the present. Seneca advises us to prepare for challenges without letting them dominate our thoughts. Trust in your ability to handle whatever comes your way, knowing that worry changes nothing. Seneca's tough love calls us to take responsibility for our misery and to recognize that we often create it ourselves. This isn't about blaming others, it's about empowering ourselves to choose a different path. You don't have to stay stuck in resentment or fear. By embracing acceptance, gratitude, and trust, you can step out of the cycle of misery and start living your best life. Remember, every moment you spend resenting your past or fearing the future is a moment that's stolen from the present, and your present is where your power lies. So what will you choose today, misery or peace? The choice is yours. As always, I thank you for your time and attention. This is Merce George. I'll see you on the next one. I'm not crazy. I know a thing or two about a thing or two, but that's all.